There we go. Make sure the microphone's working. Let's do a sound check real quick. There we go. Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? Huh.
There we go. Hello,
there we go.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep. All right. We can hear ourselves. We're good. Hello, hello, everybody. I saw that Rev and Shanny kind of went buck wild on Sunday and yesterday, posting a shit ton of videos. And that seems to always happen when I go somewhere. Like I was at the trailer. We went to the trailer on Sunday with my parents and we had a wonderful time. We were swimming. We had a fire. I sat out on my parents' deck because they let us have the trailer to ourselves for the night. I sat out on the deck and I drank some Mike's Hard and I watched the beautiful thunderstorm. It was amazing. And there was all kinds of stuff going on YouTube that I missed. Hi, Robert. Hello, husband. Oh, caps lock. Silly, silly husband. Yes, here I am streaming. Husband asked me to stream for him so that he would have something to listen to while he was at work. So, of course, I'm going to oblige him and stream for him, especially when I have so much Shanny and Rev material to cover today. Like, holy cow. Like, some of the stuff I was kind of like, I was watching it and I was like, what the hell is even happening right now? Like, I have never heard of this Monty character. Apparently, he is known by some people. I don't know. I had unfortunately never heard of him before. But Rev and Shanny know who he is. And for those that don't know, like myself, he is a black man, you know? And Rev decided that he was going to be racist. Now, thank you very much to Frank from the Geek Room for recording this and posting it, because I didn't know what channel this was on. I didn't know where this was, but Frank took the clip and he posted it so that Rev took the God, I got distracted. Sorry. Frank took the clip and he posted it so that we could all hear. Because what happens with Shanny and Rev is that they like to make these racist comments, then quickly apologize for them, and then pretend like they never happened, and then say, "Oh, well, we're not racist." But it just seems like every opportunity they have, they get mad at someone. They like to throw that racial slur out there for everybody to hear. So, I mean, Rev and Shanny, if you don't want people to think that you're racist, then you need to stop using the racial slurs. I mean, that's just kind of common sense. So I thought that the first thing we would do is listen to this clip, just as proof that Rev likes to throw the N-word around. But let's go ahead and take a listen because it's only 15 seconds.
Dude, what was up with that?
Oh, dude, you're giving me a platform to do something awesome. I wanted to just say that Monty called my wife trash. So I want to say that Monty is a fat fucking bitch-titted. What the fuck?
If you run Facebook.
Oh, I got ads. Hang on.
For your dropshipping
that way
business,
we can.
You're probably wasting.
I gotta run an ad blocker on here. I have not yet done that, but there you go. So there's Rev just throwing out the N-word because he can, and yeah, so he's a racist fuck. We all know this. It's just that they like to deny it. Rev especially likes to use the N-word on camera quite a bit. And just over the last couple of months, he's really been liberal in using the N-word. But he likes to pretend that he's a good person and that he doesn't do that. When unfortunately for him, he likes to do it on camera. It gets recorded and we all get to see it over and over and over again. So I'm not quite sure what he expects when he throws that around. If you're going to be a racist fuck and throw that out there, we're going to call it as we see it. And you're racist. So there's that. So he did another video after this. which kind of caught me off guard. So it's another 9-minute video. And it's interesting because he all of a sudden starts to call everyone maps. Now, if you're unfamiliar of what the term maps is, a map is a minor attracted person. Now, I don't know how much of a stickler YouTube is for using the P word to describe those people, so we're going to avoid that today, and we're going to go with maps. But Rev gets, again, very liberal in making these accusations of people in his wonderful ramblings. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to this video, and we'll kind of go through it together and see where we get. See where we get with that. Let me just go to the right screen. There we go. I know what I'm doing, honest. Oh, again, also thank you to XX for archiving this. So again, we don't have to give Rev and Shanny the views. XX's link to their channel is down in the description below. So make sure you go and check them out. Also, before we get into this, I am at 383 subscribers. I am almost at that 400 mark. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. But if you have not subscribed yet, I would definitely appreciate a subscription now, because I would like to hit that 400 subscribers. So thank you very much, everybody. I love you all. I thought maps was from Google. Yeah, this is apparently a new term. I've only heard about it in the last, I don't know, excuse me, in the last year or so. But yeah, it's a short form for minor attracted person, which is supposed to be a politically correct name for somebody that is attracted to children. And we all know what that other word is, but we're not going to use it because the YouTube algorithm might not be fond of it.
Well, how are individuals doing today?
Individuals.
Huh? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling up and you know, with it today?
I'm feeling great, Rev.
Really
Thanks for asking.
I don't want to be clipping here. Give me a second.
Mod me, baby.
Yeah, I'll mod you. This mic is way too powerful. Okay, I'm in the yellow. I want to be in the. There we go.
He's got a lot of background noise going on. There's like a lot of hum in the back.
I want to be in the yellow. Okay, how are individuals?
You know, it's a shame that somebody that has such a nice mic doesn't know how the fuck to use it. You know, and it's funny because when Shanny uses it, we don't really have a hard time hearing Shanny. But Rev just seems to have these reoccurring issues of this microphone. Just the sound quality is terrible. There was one video that he did. It sounded like the microphone was farting. It was fantastic. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? I'm great. Yeah, I know. I haven't really been in the atheist circuit for the last little while. I kind of burned myself out with atheist content, so I don't do it as often. But awesome. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Individuals. So, I don't know. I'm feeling like I have to kind of go back to the beginning of all this shit. And that would be August of 2012 for me. That's when I started.
So what he's talking about basically is when he started his Revelation News radio show. I guess he got really popular on that. I didn't know Rev back then, so I didn't watch any of his old content or anything like that. I keep making a note to myself to go back to see if it's any of it's archived on YouTube. I don't know. But I think this is also way before Shanny.
And I was a prophecy channel on YouTube. And I had a pretty awesome community of prophecy people that were waiting for the second coming of Jesus. And that was me. That was Revelation News. That's the logo you see in front of you. That's never
absolutely
changed.
Robert.
That's what I've always been. I've been a prophecy guy. I still am today. But with all of the dog shit that you people have put in front of me after I got involved with G+, my ministry was pretty much, let's just say, put on an indefinite hiatus until all of you scumbag harassing pieces of trash that are P words, your maps, and your Satanists.
See, and apparently we're all maps and we're all Satanists. This is what confuses me too, is that these religious people always assume that if you don't believe in their God as a Christian, then that automatically makes you a Satanist. You worship Satan. And that's just kind of never made sense to me. I mean, maybe these people just can't wrap their head around the fact that we don't have a deity that we worship and we live our day-to-day lives without anything to worship. And they just can't really comprehend that. So in order to try and understand how we live our lives, they have to assign us a deity. So they give us Satan and just claim that we're Satanists. I don't know. That's all. That's an assumption I can make, though.
After you got done with that,
Hi,
ministry,
Frank. How are you?
It's pretty much not there right now. But I know that the Lord will make that rise like a phoenix, like in Resurrection Day, when the dead in Christ are raised, and all of you sacks of shit get burned in the lake of fire, and we're all going to be laughing at you. That's right.
That's real Christian of you, Rev, that we're all going to burn in the lake of fire and you're going to laugh at us. Like, we're supposed to be drawn to your religion when you tell us that. Like, I mean, me personally, if I was a believer, I don't want to see people that I love and care about burn in the lake of fire. That would actually upset me quite a bit. So the fact that you are here reveling in the fact that you're going to see people burn in the lake of fire and you find joy in that really makes us question your character. And as a non-believer, I don't want to be a part of that. Why would that draw me to Christianity? Why would that convince me that your side is the correct way to go? Why would I want to believe in Christ if I knew that it was going to, allow me to laugh at people that are suffering for all of eternity? Like, that doesn't make sense.
See, I always felt to myself, it's kind of like, why
I'm going to need a few drinks for whatever nonsense
why
this
would
is.
I rejoice over individuals burning forever? Well, I get it now, because these people, the type of people that I'm talking about, and for all the nice people out there that have good comments and support individuals, thank you and God bless you, and keep doing the love thing, because the love thing is where it's at. But I'm going to tell you right now that these hateful people are so evil and reprobated. Okay, it's a reprobate mind. Go to Romans 1. Huh? Yeah.
I love it when Shanny chimes in the background.
It's called a reprobate mind, and you're going to burn, and you've earned every bit of it. I have to get in my own room.
I'm going to burn. Oh, no, I'm so scared, Rev.
Okay, there we go. Where's Shanny? There she is. Show your comment. Where are...
I want to highlight Robert's comment here because, yes. How can you be happy in heaven knowing that some of your friends suffer forever? And how can you claim to be a good person if you think that's okay? Exactly, right? How can I be in heaven and be in paradise and be happy and joyful and all of that, knowing that some of the people that I love and care about aren't going to be up there with me, that they're going to be down in hell suffering? Like, I'm not going to be able to enjoy my existence that way. And the fact that some of these people claim that they would be able to do that with no problem really questions their morals. Like, how could you find joy knowing that? As a Christian, I can assure you, Jason and Shanny do not represent anything of being actual Christ-like Christians. Oh, absolutely. And I'm not saying this as, to shit on Christians in general, because I know some amazing Christians. Amazing. Like, take, for example, my parents-in-law and my husband's uncle. They're all Christians. I don't agree with their views. I don't agree with a lot of their views and what they believe in. But I think in general, they are just absolutely wonderful people. So I know it's possible. But unfortunately, it's the asshole Christians that end up being the loudest and end up making material like this. And then they want to say that they're Christian, but they don't do a very good job of representing their religion. And it really kind of looks bad on everything. And unfortunately, there are characters out there that don't know how to separate the fact of, there are some good Christians and there's some really bad Christians. That can be hard to recognize. And then all of Christians get lumped into one group together. But there are wonderful Christians out there, and I know a bunch of them. Hell sounds fun personally. Oh, right. Exactly. Right. Like, all the good people are going to be down there. All the fun people, all the people that I associated in my life, they're going to be the ones that are down in hell. Right. So, I mean, when you compare, and that's the thing that I've always tried to explain too, is that what I've been told happens in heaven is that you get reunited with people in your life that you loved, and then you're supposed to worship God for all eternity. That doesn't sound like a good time to me personally. It sounds really boring. And I would much rather be in hell with all of the people that I cared about that are down there. That's just, morals unfortunately can change based on the belief people hold. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And I mean, fire is fun. I'll take that trade for the occasional pitchfork in the ass. That makes me think of little Nicky with Hitler and the pineapple up the ass. We are going to be making some killer s'mores, right? Exactly. I mean, that's where all the alcohol is going to be. Everyone's going to be like sexually free. I mean, to me, it sounds like it's going to be a fun time, honestly. So, and like, so many people have described hell in different ways, right? Like, there's the version of, well, hell is just really being separated from God. Okay, well, why am I supposed to care about that? Why would that be suffering? Then there's you're actually going to burn in a lake of fire. Well, my physical body and my ability to feel pain dies with my physical body. So how am I going to feel pain down in hell if I'm, suffering for eternity? That doesn't make sense. And then it's also where God just completely destroys you altogether. Like, instead of going to heaven to be with everybody, your soul's just going to no longer exist. And at that point, if I'm going to be completely gone, what am I going to care? So all three of those scenarios don't really sound like a bad time. I've been trying to figure out this Jonathan Kleck guy in the vampire sunglasses. Oh, I watched that. I was like, is he trying to say that he's now like collaborating with someone and selling those sunglasses? Like, is that really what you should be doing, Rev, right now, is investing in business when you can't buy groceries for yourself? Or you can't get, school clothes for your kids? Is that really a smart move? I don't know. If the alcohol is in hell, that's where I want to be. Yeah, right. Hello, Dr. Osiris. Welcome. How much have you missed? Not that much. We just started, so I appreciate you. Why should we even care if some motherfucker named King James said he wanted Christianity to be right? Right? Like, the Bible was put together by a dude who said, I want this, and this in the Bible. And then that's supposed to be the word of God. Like, I mean, how does that work exactly? I don't really understand. But we're just supposed to take it as God's words and accept it. That's, you know what I mean? All right, let's see what Mr. Rev has to say here.
There you are. How do I do this in studio?
You go to the three ellipses.
Oh,
it's
God.
not showing. There we go.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Add moderator. There we go. So my screen's all fucked up. As
Thanks
you
for
know,
telling
my
us,
screen's
Rev.
all fucked up, honey. Anyway, I digress. That's what I was. I was a prophecy guy. And yeah, I
always get that's supposed to sound super professional too, right? Like, oh, I was a prophecy guy. Yep. That sounds believable, Rev. Totally believable.
Shanny, please stop. Like, I have a train of thought. Thanks. Now it's gone.
He lost his train of thought because of Shanny. When I listened to this the first time through, I thought for sure that he was going to give her shit, and was kind of a little disappointed that he didn't. But I was expecting it.
Until I don't know if the Lord will resurrect it like a phoenix, or a body at the resurrection, but that's over. And I will always be Revelation News though, because I bring the revelatory news, which is Jesus Christ is Lord, and you need to get saved today. That's what it was all about. Okay.
And let's not forget all of his wild conspiracy theories in there as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't he claim to be Metatron as well and to be like the scribe of God? Or am I thinking of someone else? I thought for sure it was Rev that claimed to be an incarnation of Metatron. I'm new to Shanny and Rev and G-Man. The question is, have they ever recruited or converted anyone to Christianity that you know of? That I know of? No. I don't can't answer that because I honestly don't know. I highly doubt it because the version of Christianity that Rev and Shanny preach doesn't seem like it would be very convincing to anyone, but then again, I don't really know. Does shouting, "Oh God," make you a prophecy guy? Because in that case, call me a modern day prophet. Oh God, Cat, I love you. That would mean that I'm a prophet too. Oh, that's great. How could they convert anyone? They're hate-filled people. Absolutely. And that's the thing, is that they want people. They constantly say, oh, we want people to come to Jesus. And then they behave the way that they do. And it's like, how are you exempling, life in your Christ when you behave like this? You're not setting an example. You're not making your religion appealing to anybody. We see how they treat their own children and what they do to their own children. So if being a believer in Christ means that I have to abuse my kids, no, thank you. My morals are better than that. And how can you get up every day and say that you believe in God and you believe in Christ and that your God allows you to treat your family that way? I mean, that's awful. And like she was talking about her father burning in hell. She wanted her parents to both die of COVID and burn in hell. Like, how is that Christ-like? How would Jesus be proud of that? I highly doubt it. And if he is proud of that, then that's not somebody that I want to follow. It's awful. They are really poor examples of their religion, that's for sure. Thank you, Robert.
Now,
I appreciate
let's
you.
move on to this dog shit. When did I get involved in this dog shit platform called G+, where these losers and disgusting freaks just yell at each other, basically? That's all it is.
I think he's talking about Google+, and it's like people yell at each other on Discord, on YouTube. So, I mean, this isn't new. So, I mean, poor Rev and his delicate constitution can't handle people arguing and yelling at each other. Oh, darn.
Well, that was around 2014. And yeah, I was drinking. Okay, here's a revelation about Revelation News. I was drinking during my ministry, but I was not incoherent. You understand what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people that have said otherwise, Rev. I'm sorry. And then when you went through the whole period of wet brain, I think we've got some videos to prove otherwise.
I was with it. I knew what was going on, but yeah, I was drinking.
Cat. Oh, you make me laugh.
And the me that was before G+ is totally different from the person I am today. And that's the truth.
Well, yeah, because you sustained brain damage from quitting alcohol cold turkey. We are all aware of that. We all saw that happen. So it's pretty apparent that you're a completely different person.
Because I've learned so many things about what's on the internet that I had no idea about, that, yeah, I'm there. So this stream is basically that's the overview of what happened. I blame this on Brett Keane.
Wrong one.
Okay,
Oh,
because he's the one that got us involved in this, and it's nothing.
Notice how he likes to, both him and Shanny both like to pass the buck to other people and lay the blame on it. So rather than own up to their own behavior, well, it's somebody else's fault I got involved in this. The peer pressure got to you. It's Brett Keane's fault. Now, Brett Keane isn't the best example, and he's quite a character himself. I am not a fan. We all know this. But to sit there and say, well, it's somebody else's fault that I joined this and I became a shit person, I'm sorry, that's not going to fly.
But disgusting, throwing crap at each other, and then they get involved in.
Exactly. Actually, we were just talking about fornication today. So, and we were talking about, a friend and I were taking a look at the verses from the Bible about fornication and some of the punishments for fornication. They're not legally married because, I can't remember when she got officially divorced from Chris. But they are definitely not legally married. And the thing is that if they wanted to because now that they're living in Pennsylvania, they would only have to go and get a marriage license to be able to officially be married. Oh, you got a boo-boo on your elbow? Oh, dear. There, all better. She's playing superheroes and came out for a kiss. But anyway, yeah. So, they would just have to get a marriage license in Pennsylvania and they would be considered legally married. That would solve their problem. But, I mean, when you're broke, I guess you can't go and do that. I think Rev also needs my kind of diet, high protein and enough booze to keep blood alcohol above 50%. I don't know. I haven't seen any drunk Rev videos. I would like to, but I just haven't looked it up to see, just to kind of compare between then and now. Because when I've watched some of his videos where he's talking about conspiracies and all that, it's really hard to follow him. He is not coherent at all. Like, his train of thought just derails so easily. He's all over the place. So you can obviously tell that there's something going on and that he sustained some kind of damage in quitting alcohol cold turkey and going through that whole process. It'd be interesting to go back and kind of compare the kind of bullshit that he spewed beforehand. We are apes, by the way. Flinging crap is what we do. Well, you're not wrong. You're really not wrong. It's just a different kind of crap than our hairier cousins, I guess. But you're not entirely wrong. I got suspended on Twitter for telling Joel Olstein. Ol stupid, is that what you're going for? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. A lot of people are getting suspended on Twitter lately.
In your personal life and call the cops on you and all this crazy stuff. That's what happened to me. And then when I got with Shanny, it got 50 million times worse. I was pretty much left alone until I got with Shanny. And I know what this is.
I am pretty sure that tons of people told Rev beforehand what he was getting into when he got involved with Shanny. He just decided not to listen. So I can't feel sorry for him when he was warned and he received, he was told just like, stay out of this, get out, like don't even. And he decided to. He made the decision himself.
Harassment of a woman that was going to be in the head of a coven, and she said, "Fuck you" to the Satanists. And now she has.
Wait. She's going to be a head of a coven? What the hell? My daily drama news. Let's go. Hi, Glitchy. How are you? Shanny. Wait. He just said Shanny was going to be the head of a coven? I mean, I knew Shanny used to be an atheist beforehand, but now all of a sudden she was going to be the head of a coven? That's definitely something I'm going to have to look into because I hadn't heard that before.
As a group of organized Satanists that are trying to take her children for the purposes of abuse. That's what's happening.
Oh, so the Satanists are trying to take away Shanny's children for abuse. Wait, what? What? Rev, where have you been smoking today, bud? Oh my goodness. Wiccans and Satanists are famous for getting along, by the way, Coven. Yes. Run away, my riches, run away. I know. Like, how did she flip-flop from being a witch to being a Christian, though? Where did that come from? And, like, I'm going to have to look into that because there's definitely some stuff that I don't know about Shanny from before her time as a Christian. That sounds interesting. I had no idea, though. And it's interesting that she didn't pipe up in the background like she did before.
Now you say to yourself, Rev, that's some pretty crazy claims. Okay, They might sound a little crazy, but once you start actually doing the legwork and typing and researching these people, all of them are maps. They're into minors, okay?
Notice, too, how he's being extremely vague about the group of people that he's talking about. So he's not particularly naming certain people or calling out certain people. He's just kind of generally throwing it out there that everybody that's criticized Shanny in the past or wants to, hold her accountable for her behavior is suddenly MAPS. They do try a lot of interesting tactics to try and attack those that criticize them. It's interesting. I'm going to make a GoFundMe to keep Rev and I drunk. Any extra money will go into silly hats for us to wear on streams. Rev would be down for that, Cat, honestly. I love listening to crazy people like this. It makes me, a diagnosed schizophrenic, feel normal. Okay. So he has claimed that he's had psychoactive or schizophrenic disorder, I think. Schizophrenic disorder. I can't 100% remember what exactly it was. But I'm wondering if maybe that was brought on by this, but then he's also made claims that he was diagnosed with this back in 2007. So there's a lot of like parts of his story that just kind of don't line up. And it makes me think that maybe he's just lying to kind of cover the fact that he's a little the lights out are upstairs. Stella, hi. Everyone I don't like is a map, right? Exactly. That's what that is. Like, I don't like you. You must be a map. What? You know, he had an actual person, Von Helton, actually say that he was attracted to his son and think that it was a woman, you know? So he's had dealings with people that actually are maps, and yet everybody he doesn't like is maps. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. But again, it's Rev, and how often does Rev make sense?
You put these things together. Brett Keane has kids. Von Helton has kids. All of these people that are harassed, okay, on the internet, and I'm not supporting either one of those individuals. I'm just telling you, they're attacked like that. They have their kids taken away from them because
they had their kids taken away from them because, guess what? They're living in filth. We saw the conditions that Von Helton's children were living in. They have been taken away from him at least 12 times. That's not the internet's doing. That is Von Helton and allowing his children to live in filth and not taking care of them. They were taken away because the actual social worker was there and observed the way that they were being abused. So don't try and pin this on people in the internet. I know Von Helton likes to try and do that, but I'm sorry. That's just denying the truth. Somebody actually was there physically with the children and saw it happen, and that's why they were taken away. Ugh.
They
13th time's the charm, right?
For the maps in places like foster care and blah, blah, blah. That's what's going on here. You can believe it if you want to or not. I've done the research, and that's exactly what's going on here.
No, there's no research to be needed to be done. This is all. Von Helton read the damn order from from CPS and why the children would be taken away. He read the piece of paper that he got from them on video. So I don't know what he expects.
100%. So how do we fight this? Well, you expose it. Okay. And if you want to donate to the 2 addresses that are on your screen underneath my Revelation News logo there, you can do it.
Oh, so that's what this is about. I'm not going to give you any detailed information, but if you want to, donate to the cause, do it. See, we always come right back around to money, don't we, Rev? It's all about the money. And you know that the people that donate the money to this, that's not what the money's going to be used for.
Okay, please donate because we're going to defend children. And when YouTube is...
How about instead of defending children in general, how about just taking care of the 2 that you're in charge of? Why not make sure that you're providing for them a safe environment, food in their bellies, clothes on their backs? Why don't you just concentrate on those 2 children, because you have demonstrated to us that you really, really struggle with that. So worry about the 2 children that you have and making sure that they're taken care of, and then maybe you can move on to the rest.
Gone forever and you type in youtube.com and it says this site does not exist, you're going to know why. Because kids have been victimized on their platform. And Google Plus was worse. If I could tell you the stuff that I seen in the rooms in Google Plus, there were kids in tubs. I'm going to leave it at that.
So now he's making some really serious allegations about seeing child pornography on Google Plus. Now, Rev, did you report it? If you're such a good Christian and a good person, did you report it? Or did you just sit back and watch it happen? Why didn't you do something about it? What does that say about you? That now you're saving this information till now when you can profit off of it to use it to fit your narrative. That's pretty scum. That's pretty scummy there, Rev.
I'm not going to say another word. And I reported it every time I saw it. I reported it to Google. But you want to wonder why G Plus shut down? It wasn't credit card theft, but I'm sure that was happening too. It's mainly because of maps, minor attracted persons. Okay. We're going to fight this, though, and we're going to protect kids. And if you are into protecting children and getting rid of maps, we're your people. Shanny and I despise them.
What's interesting, too, is he doesn't really provide a plan so far about how he's going to do this. It's just, give us money, we're going to get rid of maps. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not just going to give somebody money because they say they're going to do something. I want to know, how exactly are you going to execute this plan? so that I have confidence knowing that my money is going to a good cause. You know, that's something that everybody that donates to charity should do. Before you donate to any charity, do your research. Make sure that the money that you're donating is going to exactly where it is that they say that they're going, because there are charities out there that will screw and end up keeping most of the money that gets donated for themselves, and a very small portion goes to whatever cause it is that they're supporting. You know, so hang on one second.
Them too. So let's join ranks and get rid of them. So that's that. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is legal ramifications for people that are engaging in abusing my wife, Shanny. She is what you call officially on record, and cops know this because they've talked to me. They've taken me to the side, nice cops, not the asshole cops, the good cops. And they have told me, look, we know that your wife is a protected class.
What? What? She's a protected class? For what? For what? Shanny, if she was a protected class, then this whole situation she'd be treated differently. But I'm sorry. Your wife, girlfriend, whatever she is, beat you up, went to jail for it, Rev, and now you're saying that she's a protected class? Like, we've all seen the video, 3 different views, or 3 different angles of when she got arrested for beating you. Like, then you're telling me the cops know that she's a protected class? Give me a break. Shanny is an endangered species. Yes, one that this world doesn't need.
So all of these people that have been calling,
welcome back.
we know who they are. And we feel you in the police department because we are harassed by these people too.
Oh,
You want the secret? There's the secret. The cops hate your guts too. Okay?
Don't lie.
Whose guts do the cops hate? Because again, just generally saying that the cops hate you is kind of vague and kind of doesn't really give a whole lot of credit to your story here, Rev.
Huh?
They're saying maps were on Google.
Totally, yeah. See, that's because that's one of them, probably.
What?
Do you realize that YouTube is a haven for maps, minor attracted persons? I can't use the other word. You know why? You know why I can't say it. Why do you think YouTube is censoring these words that expose abuse? Why do you think that?
Well, that's quite a conspiracy theory, Rev, that they're not letting you use that particular word. Now, I'm not denying that there is most likely going to be maps on YouTube. They're everywhere. They're everywhere on every platform. You know, so this is why it's so important for parents to take precautions to protect their kids when they're on the internet, because these people are everywhere. But the fact that Rev is just trying to label everybody that disagrees with him or criticizes Shanny as a map is just way out there. And I guarantee he's got no evidence to support that anybody that is criticizing him as a map. Because otherwise, you know that they would be name dropping in an instant, just like Shanny did the other day when she's like, well, I have all of this secret information that I've been paid to be quiet about. You know, if she actually had specific information that she was being asked to withhold, that the moment they stopped paying her, she would have been blasting it all over the internet. But she was just trying to stir up drama, because you notice that she hasn't addressed this yet again. You know what I mean? She talked to Scientist Sam on her stream the other day for all of what, I think a minute at most, and wouldn't give him a chance to speak and then just dismissed him. So you know that she's got absolutely nothing.
Yep. Google's motto is what? Don't be evil? Yep. Flip it
Cops
upside
hate
down.
this one secret
You
used for
flip
telling
everything
on
they
Shanny
do
for
upside
Christ.
down because they're Satanists. They're telling you to be evil.
Clickbait,
Okay.
cat, clickbait.
So if you want to know, the bottom line here is that we got a very big problem on the internet. And it has to do with people that can sit behind nameless, faceless avatars, and they want to abuse your kids.
Now, I'm not saying that there are not people out there like that. I'm just saying that the people that are criticizing Shanny and Rev, it's highly doubtful that any of them are maps. I call bullshit on that. And I would love to see Rev actually back up these claims and show some evidence. Now, you know that's never going to happen. This is just going to be a narrative that he's going to milk for whatever he can and try and get money out of it. But I will believe it when you show some actual evidence there, Rev.
I want to let that sink in, folks. You are dealing with people that want to abuse your children if you have them.
Yes, they are driving around their house. Ernest said, aren't they driving around their house?
Oh, they did that. Yeah. They continue to try and intimidate. But see, when you got Jesus Christ on your side, you know that every demon is going to be eviscerated with the light of truth. And there's that.
So then why are you worried, Rev? Why are you trying to stir this up if Jesus Christ is going to protect you? What do you need to worry about? Why do you need to speak up about it? Because you have Jesus. Obviously, either you don't have Jesus or Jesus is just not doing a very good job. Which is it? Because I got some questions here. No, he doesn't make sense, Cynthia. A lot of the times he just doesn't make sense at all. This is just usual ranting for Rev, honestly.
Absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. The Lord Jesus Christ told me in a message that he gave to me that's written in the back of my Bible that the season of vindication is almost here.
Sure.
And that will be the time where all these lies are exposed and every single channel that engaged in them will be gone. And then they will be summarily.
God is going to specifically smite these people's YouTube's channels. That's the funniest shit I've heard so far in this video. God's going to smite everybody's YouTube channels. Eviscerated with the light of truth. Sounds like an overdramatic way of saying you got a laparoscopic surgery with a laser. Yeah, it does, actually.
Early sued for at least $50,000 a piece. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Jesus Christ is king, and you people are going to burn that have engaged in this. Peace out.
There are only two things.
All
that
right,
can
I
actually-
apologize for the commercial. I don't have ad block on, so give me a second. There we go. But oh my God, that was hilarious. God is going to smite all of our YouTube channels, people. You know, so you better make sure that data is backed up because it's going to be gone. Oh no, God, make a copyright strike on me using his content. Oh no. God got the mod powers again, right? All right. So the next video that we're going to move on to is apparently God is going to avenge Shanny. Now, I don't know if you guys were able to see, but I listened to probably about 5 minutes of this video before I was like, okay, I need to save the live reaction for this when I'm actually on stream. So we're going to go ahead and listen to Shanny's nonsense now and have a good chuckle about that. Oh, let's make sure it's unmuted.
Mode, because I believe God right now is fully establishing his vengeance upon mankind for treating others like total horse crap.
Really?
I truly believe that this is the time where God avenges his children.
Oh.
Because I've been seeing it little by little.
God avenges his children, but you're going to end up being homeless. So why isn't he taking care of his children there, Shanny? What's going on with that? Anyone who said you are still going to burn isn't a good person. Absolutely, Gucci. 100% agree.
Little by little. And it's a good thing that God avenges people because you don't have to go and have the guilt upon you that you're avenging other people. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you don't have to avenge other people because God's doing it for you. I guess in a sense that's kind of a good thing because with the mentality that Rev and Shanny have, it'd be kind of scary to think that if they were taking on avenging themselves on, you know, other people, it'd be a little scary to what that would look like. Wait, you're a cult member, but you're happy that another religion's God is smiting people? Yeah, I don't.
Instead, it's God doing his ultimate, you know, discipline onto people. And usually when he does avenge and you allow him to avenge for you.
Oh, so God needs us to allow him to avenge for you? How does that work exactly? I thought God was almighty and just did whatever the fuck he wanted anyway. Why does he need us to allow him to avenge? Shanny, you're throwing up some red flags here.
Get the results that you wanted to begin with. Instead of doing the vengeance yourself, and then everyone hates you for doing said vengeance. You see what I mean? Like, for instance, look what I did today. Everyone is bitching and complaining about me because I decided to take out my own vengeance and be a little snarky bitch to everyone.
That's you every day, Shanny. It's not any different from day to day. Like, You made a flurry of videos insulting other people. How is that different than any other day? Like, at least today you're acknowledging it, I suppose.
Did it turn out the way I expected it? Pretty much. Because my point was to prove how you guys are the whole time.
And how's that, Shanny?
While be my clever, beautiful self.
No.
See, you guys have a problem with this vengeance thing. You guys have a problem with trying to put it on to someone, trying to attack someone, trying to get them. And
You mean like you and Rev have been doing for the last couple of days? You know, like what you did to G-Man the other day when I reviewed? The way that Rev did to Monty? Like, there's plenty of examples that we can point out of you doing exactly that, Shanny.
it never works your favor. You know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And you guys been doing the same thing for me for 10 years. And obviously I'm still here. So you might as well think of another plan.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that are quite happy that you're still here because they're making quite a bit of money off of you, you know? So I don't see an issue here. I don't see why anybody would want you to up and disappear off the internet. You provide a lot of good content, Shanny. Me, myself, I find a lot of entertainment sitting down here and going through your videos and criticizing them. I mean, I enjoy doing that. Who needs to pay for fucking cable when I can sit down and I can enjoy this shit show for free? I mean, come on. Do you blame me?
Probably won't work because I'm a stubborn fucking ox.
But
But good luck at trying to shut someone up who's been on social media for over 20 years. That's going to be really... Did you get rid of Alex Jones fully? No, you fucking didn't.
Now, I like how she's comparing herself to Alex Jones. I'm sorry. No. I mean, she is on that same level of crazy, but as popularity-wise, no, I'm sorry.
In his mind, motherfuckers. You know why? We live in the United States of America, and it's called freedom of speech. And if you're offended by what I say, well, you know what? I've been offended by what you fuck say about me, and I've been silent until today.
Now, see, the thing is, a lot of us don't really get offended by what you say unless you're throwing out racial slurs and stuff, which you do quite often. Or the fact that, you abuse your children or allow your children to be abused on video. But the other things, we just like to sit down and criticize you and have a good chuckle at your expense because you actually think that you're an intelligent person making a proper point when actually you're just making a damn fool of yourself. And we're just sitting here and enjoying that, really. And that makes you angry. And some of us make money off of your stupidity. So, I mean, it's a win-win.
And I said something, and all of you, every single one of you played victim marvelously, beautifully, and well done at proving my point that you guys play victim whenever anyone says anything to you guys. While me...
Shanny's the queen of victims.
It's probably the last time you see me do something like this for a while. Until I...
How many times has she said that in the last couple of weeks? This is the last time you're going to see me do this. This is the last time you're going to see my face. This is the last time I deleted all my social media. Shanny, come on now. Do you really take us for that stupid? We all know that you're going to be back doing your thing again and again and again and again and providing lots of free content for everybody. So come on. Don't kid yourself here.
Get a little itch up my ass to do it.
Can you even reach your ass?
Which will eventually happen knowing me because I'm an impulsive bitch because I have BPD. But that's okay. We forgive each other for having BPD here. Because we're a BPD loving fucking family here. Because you know what?
Now, see, okay. So I don't even know if she is officially diagnosed with BPD or not. I don't know whether that's true or not. So I'm just going to go based on the assumption that she does have that diagnosis. Regardless of whether you have that diagnosis for sure, Shanny, being BPD is not a free pass to be an asshole to everybody. It's not a free pass to be a racist. It's not a free pass to abuse your kids. So the fact that you're sitting there being proud of BPD and then blaming all of your bad behavior on BPD, that's basically saying that you're proud to be a racist and you're proud to be a child abuser. So I don't really understand where this pride comes from because you're using your BPD as a crutch and you're using it as an excuse to be a terrible person. That's not something to be proud of. I mean, I understand there are people out there with mental illness. I have mental illness myself, but I don't use it as an excuse to treat people like shit. I don't hide behind it.
People with borderline personality disorder, I believe, were created by the Lord to call out people's bullshit.
Did y'all just hear that? Seriously, did y'all just hear that? Let's rewind just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. I want to hear this again.
By the Lord to call out people's, but that's okay. We forgive each other for having BPD here, because we're a BPD loving fucking family here. Because you know what, people with borderline personality disorder, I believe, were created by the Lord to call out people's bullshit.
Wow. People with BPD were created by the Lord to call people out. So God was up there creating people, creating mental illness, and was like, I'm going to sprinkle mental illness all over the world. I'm going to make people be mentally ill, and I'm going to specifically create this one group of people to suffer mental illness, but I'm doing it so that they can call people out. That is the most fucking ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Good fucking Lord.
Everyone with borderline will get exactly why I said that, because that's what we do. We are interesting creatures. We are the opposite spectrum of a sociopath, one who does not feel, cannot feel, has no way of showing any empathy. The only emotions that they ever show are selfish ones, mainly anger.
I gotta speed her up a bit because this is gonna take a million years.
But borderlines, on the other hand, we feel everything. In fact, we're called hyper empaths, which means we not only feel for ourselves in a heightened manner, we feel for everyone else in a heightened manner.
I don't believe that for a second. Wait.
Which
No. I don't believe that for a second. You feel for everyone else. No. I don't believe that. Because if that were true, then your children living in filth would have bothered you. You would have done something about it. When they were saying they were hungry, when they were saying that their rooms were disgusting, when they were living like that, you would have had some type of feeling in forcing them to live that way. But you obviously didn't have a problem with it. So I don't believe that for a second. Otherwise, your children wouldn't have been living like that. So that's just baloney.
Basically, like normally it takes someone, most people have like 3 mood changes within a week. That's what normal people are like. A borderline, on the other hand, their mood changes 7 to 8 times a day. So you're dealing with that, which is kind of interesting, because most norms look at that behavior and they're like, assume that you're lying because your mood switches up so much. And not only that, if you get us to our either angry or really happy, it takes a long time for us to come down from said happiness or anger. And then you got this other thing that borderlines do, which is the numbness, which I love the numbness. When I don't feel a goddamn thing and I'm completely numb emotionally, those are good times,
I'm sure your children appreciate those times. Like, she's sitting here glorifying mental illness without even considering what impact this has on her children. And I don't really understand that. Because me as a parent suffering with my mental illness, I understand that has an impact on my 3 children and how I behave and how I react to my mood shifts. Like, that's something I'm very conscious about. And that's something that I actively try to control to lessen the impact on them. But see, Shanny just seems to glorify it. And, I enjoy being numb. Well, you have 2 young children that you need to take care of. How do you think that impacts them? The fact that you can sit there and say, I love being numb and not feeling anything. How do you think that makes them feel?
I envy a sociopath for not being able to empathize sometimes. I'll be honest, because it would be nice not to have other people's emotions affect me. I'm just saying. So,
Sure, Shanny.
I started out becoming a Christian and realizing that vengeance is not the way to go. It never will be the way to go, is vengeance.
We're criticizing, we're not attacking. I mean, I understand that you don't agree with that, and you don't have to be here if you don't like what I'm saying. But for somebody that puts absolutely everything of their life online, guess what? I get to have an opinion about it. And as a mother with mental illness like Shanny, I'm going to share my opinion on it. So again, if you don't like it, you don't have to be here.
Vengeance is the Lord. I will repay thee, saith the Lord. So I was like, you know what, Lord? If vengeance is really yours, I will give you said vengeance. I will give it and place it right in your hand. And I will test you to see if you will avenge me when I ask for vengeance. And you know what? He's proven me right every time. He avenges me. I don't have to do a thing. I just sit and watch And then I giggle.
That's all you do, Shanny, is sit and watch. You don't get up and try to help yourself in any way. You want to be able to sit on your couch and do absolutely nothing. And you think, the fact that you think that God is avenging you for your internet drama is one of the most ridiculous things I have ever heard in my entire life. Like, this God of this grand universe, the creator of everything in the universe, is going to avenge you for your internet drama. Like, do you not see the scale difference there? Like, if your God is concentrating on your personal internet drama and is going to avenge the people that say bad things about you on the internet, that sounds like a really petty God. And if he's on the internet avenging for you, but he's not helping starving children in other parts of the world, or he's not helping children, afflicted with cancer all over the world, but he's absolutely going to avenge you for your internet drama, that's not a God that I think is worthy of any worship. And that's an ego problem there for you, girly. That does not make sense whatsoever. She doesn't abuse her children, Beetlebee? Uh-huh. I personally saw her scream at the top of her lungs, her 14-year-old child, for not getting in front of the camera to tell everybody that she's not an abuser. I personally saw with my own eyes her streaming, abusing her 14-year-old. So don't come at me saying that she doesn't abuse her children when I have seen it myself. She broadcast it. I saw it live. So get out of here with that bullshit.
Go. Because it happens. Like, me and G-Man were talking the other day about this, actually.
Oh, now we're bringing up G-Man again.
And I said I want to strip his vengeance away from him because that's his number one problem in life is vengeance. And I said vengeance is the Lord, and he agrees with me over this. But then again, he has this human nature in him that wants to just get them.
So wait, does this mean that G-Man and her patched everything up? Did I miss something here? Because the last I heard that both her and Rev had written G-Man off again because they weren't paying for her to keep quiet. So all of a sudden they're talking again? What did I miss?
Like, get them. And I get that feeling because it would be nice to see these people that hurt others taken down completely. It would be nice. I was diagnosed by the U.S. military with BPD and a therapist. You're dumb. Get the fuck off my channel. Anyway, let's see. Let's get rid of that idiot. And
it was all fake. Yeah. You know what, though? I didn't know that for sure at the time I was streaming, but I absolutely 100% believe that. That absolutely sounds like it was a setup. Because, I mean, they've done shit like that in the past, where they're just trying to stir up attention and stir up the drama and hopefully turn that into cash. Because in the process of talking about her fight with the G-Man, she was like, now I have no money. I have no money. So that people would sympathize with her because, oh, poor Shanny's a victim again. Oh, poor Shanny doesn't have money. Let's donate to her. And it seems like this is always the bottom line for them. How can we turn this into cash? So, yeah, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. G-Man is a whole nother level of batshit wacky. Oh, yes. I can't even stand to sit here and listen to his voice. It's that irritating. No, actually, he doesn't know. I was the one that introduced him to Shanny, actually. So the only Shanny material that my husband has been exposed to is what I have shown him here on my channel. But no, he's not stalking her. We don't need to stalk Shanny because she's all over the place. And all of her bullshit is all over the place. So, I mean, why would we stalk somebody when, the information is right here on our laps? There's no reason to stalk her. I'm talking about you. 1 second. Somebody is raging at her game. All right, let's go back into this.
Yeah. Have I moved? No, not at all. So anyway, where was I? Vengeance, yes. A lot of people online, they think they hear something they don't like from someone, and they think they should put vengeance on a person and destroy a person's life. That's some psycho fucking shit there. Ever thought about getting mad, minding your own fucking business, and letting the person live while you just can say they're a fucking asshole behind their back? Why don't you fucking do that smart thing? No, let's just go on the attack and obsessively watch people's videos for hours and hours.
So she's mad at people watching her videos, but this is the whole point of making videos, is to get attention, right? Everybody posts videos because they want people to view them. This is a video sharing website. The point is to get views. So why would you be pissed off at somebody about that? If you don't want people to know your information, then don't put it out there. It's simple as that. I mean, if she stopped posting and stopped providing content, then nobody would be able to comment on it. But she sits there and provides all of this content for free. I mean, what do you expect? And I mean, when you're a shithead who abuses her kids, abuses her partner, and is a racist, what do you expect? You're going to get a lot of negative attention for that. So maybe work on your own behavior. Thank you, Robert.
While talking shit about them and then saying they're the shitty person while you're the one who's talking shit about the person all the time. So I don't know how you rectify that in your brain. In fact, I don't know how you sleep at night knowing you do that shit to people.
I sleep
But
fine.
you know what? The Lord is avenger, and there's plenty of people who have been taken down and learned their lesson from hurting me, okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, Drag offered to pay for her, her hotels for when they were driving from Colorado to PA. Kimmy herself here says that she offered almost $2,000 in help. I know, I can't remember if it was Frank or it was Billy, offered to pay for and purchase the Magic Card collection that Rev had, which he just left behind to be thrown out in the garbage, you know? So, like, there's been a lot of opportunity where people have offered to help them and they've turned it away because, you know, we don't want your help. So it's very questionable about whether they actually need help to begin with. And the fact, let's just take a moment here and recognize that it was just last week that Shanny was acting like an invalid, laying on the couch. I don't know how much time I have left. I think I'm going to die. Rev was talking about finding a home so that she can go and lay her head and go back to Jesus. But she seems awful healthy here for a dying person to be playing games like this on the internet. And she wonders why people question her integrity. I wonder why. They wanted the cash instead of care packages. Absolutely. Because they don't want to spend the money on what they need the money for. They don't want to go to the kids. They want to buy booze and drugs. Booze and drugs. Yep. That's all. There we go.
Plenty. Okay, we got Big C. He had a fucking heart attack. Rebby Lobster had a fucking heart attack. You got Fab Fit and Geeky. She started shit with me, and then she ended up in a horrible car wreck, and then she changed her whole life after that because she realized it was God that got her.
Oh, so now we're claiming things that happened to Vaughn did this too. She's trying to claim that this is God taking vengeance on her when things happen to other people. So, and Vaughn did the same thing. I guess there was some YouTubers that were criticizing him over the years that just like died, and that was his gods taking vengeance for him because he's a pagan. Like, is that what she really thinks? That if bad things happen to people, then that's God avenging Shanny? That's the stupidest shit.
For me. Because I told her it was going to happen. I literally warn you stupid fucks before it happens. Before it happens, I'm like, well, God's going to get you with that. Just watch. He's going to get you with that, and it happens. I warned Gravity Lobster, you're going to have a heart attack if you continue doing this to people. I said the same thing to Big C. Oh, there it goes. I told my mom, after she did what she did to me, I said, God's going to harden your heart. And guess what she ended up with? Myocardiomyopathy. And
wow. So now she's trying to take credit for being the cause of God avenging her and harming her mother. Wow, isn't that a loving child? Isn't that a loving child? And she wonders why no one felt sorry for her when her dad died. And she went through that whole big rigmarole of, my daddy, my daddy, my daddy. We know it was an act, Shanny. We all know that it was an act.
yeah, her heart is like literally hardened. If you don't know what cardiomyopathy is, it's literally the hardening of your left ventricle of your heart. So literally God hardened her heart after I said that. And she knows it's him because she hasn't spoken to me since.
Nice
that
try,
happened.
Shanny.
But she knows I'm right. She knows God avenges me. That's why my family doesn't even touch me because they've seen it happen.
No, your family doesn't touch you because you're an asshole and they want nothing to do with you. You should be thankful that your sister even picked up the phone to call you that your father died. They didn't owe you that. You know, like when you have family members that are toxic, you have every right to cut them out of your life as much as a friend or an acquaintance being toxic. And that's what your family did to you. You're a toxic person. They cut you out. And now you're trying to say that the bad things that happened to them are because they're God's avenging you. Wow, that ego almost matches your body size.
Everyone who touches me, I give vengeance to the Lord, and the Lord takes care of me. So if you want to continue to come at me, that's fine. But in Jesus Christ's name, and in his authority, and in his will, I pray to him that he will avenge me the way he chooses to avenge me for everyone who hurts me, everyone who puts me down, everyone who degrades me.
So does this mean that I have to stop reviewing her shit because God's gonna come and smite me? He's gonna smite my YouTube channel, folks. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be a smited individual. Oh well.
As a person, I pray that God avenges me, and I give that vengeance unto him and not to myself. It is placed in his hand. It is a legal binding contract that I have done with the Lord right now, and there's nothing you can do with it.
She has a legal binding contract with the Lord to smite her YouTube critics. Oh, Shanny. Oh, did you see what I'm saying, though? She provides the comedy for free. This is amazing.
In Yeshua HaMashiach's name, amen. Touch and agree. Yeah.
Ramen.
Mind your own business, you cunt.
Ooh, we're dropping the C word. I'm sure
Fuck you,
Jesus
Frosty.
approves there, Shanny.
Just like the Pharaoh, praise the Lord. The Lord is awesome.
Yep, absolutely.
The Lord is awesome. Right now, he's destroying everything.
She has a live coming up in 30 minutes.
Because he decided to choose maps over being a good person.
We're gonna have to take a look at that.
You know, you must love your fellow man in order to love Jesus. You do realize that, folks, right? That you have to love your fellow man in order to love Jesus. Because Jesus only gave 2 commandments. And he said, if you do not follow my commandments, you do not love me. And his commandments is to love God and to love people as yourself. And for some reason, people have forgotten the golden rule.
I think you've forgotten that, Shanny. Here, I want to actually take a quick look at my YouTube subscriptions and see if she's popping up as coming up live here. The Christian vulgarity when people, okay, yeah, at 420. How appropriate, 420. I'm sure you think you're clever there, Shan. I'm pretty sure you think you're clever, but you're not. You're not. Did she compare
really
slaves to getting beaten and killed?
Parents have an awful parenting to you. It
absolutely.
didn't teach you morals. Now, I was beaten to hell as a child and treated like absolute dog shit as a child, so my morals come from that. And then I had people like
poor cat. I'm
that come in my
sorry.
life that showed me little bouts of love and compassion, and that's what taught me how to be a good person. I don't know what happened to you motherfuckers' lives where you're so nasty and malicious to people. I don't get it. Never will. Ew.
Yeah, ew. Gross.
Ew. Ew.
What?
That rule would imply that you have to love them too? No shit. You know how hard it is to love people who are assholes, though? This is how you love them, okay? Whenever they ask for a drink or they ask for food, you give to them. That's the only way I can love assholes, according to the Bible. Is you give them. You give to them, even though they're assholes. You know? Be angry, but sin not. You know what I mean? God is very real, trash Ketchum. God is very real.
Oh, she must be reading her
And,
side chat. I was like, why did she go silent?
Him tonight while you're sleeping because you're dumb. They're sadistic. They get joy from cruelty. I know they do. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Sociopaths. They're just bizarre people. Like I said, I'm on the opposite spectrum. But the thing is like sociopaths are what create borderlines.
Hey, Atheist
So we kind of
Echoes.
have this like
Thank
internal
you,
like wanting
Stella.
to get vengeance upon them type of thing. But I'm telling you, don't do the vengeance thing. Give it to the Lord God, okay? Because trust me, he'll repay, and you'll see it. And then you'll be like,
I still can't get over the fact, though, that she's trying to say that God is going to avenge her for internet drama. That all-powerful God is going to take it out on her YouTube critics. Like, how do you get through life thinking things like that? Like, there are starving children, there are war-torn countries. Look at what's happened over in the Middle East right now. You know, fires are burning, places are flooding, but God is going to take the time to avenge your internet drama. How self-centered do you have to be to think like that?
I praise God, and then everyone's gonna think you're evil for
It's
it.
the power of
And then
delusion,
you sit there and,
absolutely,
like, fuck you,
Kimmy.
praise God. You hate me so much it makes you physically ill? That's not my problem, man. That's your problem. You need to get some fucking therapy if you hate someone that much. Why are you on here watching me if I make you physically ill? Here. Let me throw up some more. I'm glad I make you feel vomitous in your stomach. I'll make you feel vomitous some more. Ugh.
Because I have her at 1.5, that laugh just sounds... she sounds like a villain, like a Disney villain.
Ugh. How disgusting. Heretic. Get rid of these scumbags for me, honey. She about to shoot you down, man.
Oh no. I don't even bother trying to communicate in her side chat anymore because I am now She's banned me on her Twitch. She banned me on her Twitch before I even had a chance to comment anything. I was pre-banned. I'm banned on her Instagram, and I'm also banned. I'm not sure if I'm banned on Rev's channel on YouTube. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely banned on her YouTube channel. So she does not like me whatsoever. If I got pre-banned everywhere, I'm quite proud of that fact. It's like a Furby noise. Yes, a demonic Furby when their batteries start to die.
There. You can go back to your little fuzzy place where you can go and talk to your little fuzzy people who talk about the same thing, i.e. me, all the time. Woo! Such an enormous wonder you have there. Talking about other people behind their back. Oh, you're so cool. You're so edgy. Such edgelord.
Ooh, I'm an edgelord. Oh my god.
See, one thing you gotta learn about her is that she enjoys taking you fucking assholes down. She really does enjoy taking you fucking assholes down. Because she hates how fucking vengefully hateful and spiteful and evil you are. Like, I don't do shit to any of you fuckers out there, and you just keep commenting. A lot of people I've never even talked to in my entire life, and they're like, I hate you. It's like, do you even know me? Do I know you, bitch? You don't even fucking know me. You just hear what I have to say on the internet.
That's because you broadcast your entire life on the internet, woman. I mean, I don't think she realizes that everything that we pretty much know about her is shit that she's told us. She has given us most of this information. So it's kind of hard not to know everything about you, Shanny, when you share it all.
People tell you to hate me and you do it, you fucking slave.
I'm only banned from Rev's live chats. I haven't caught Rev live yet. Not since his new channel, anyway. All three of my accounts got banned under 5 minutes.
God cares about everything that happens in this world. He's just not one-minded, one-sided type of God, you see? He sees the whole world suffering.
I'm shocked Shanny didn't beat him for it.
Well, you know that. He cares for everyone. Everyone. But if you're not there for him, he'll take care of you too. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds like a threat. That sounds pretty threatening. God's going to take care of you.
Men of the cloth. Men of the cloth are the ones who talk about God. When the men of the cloth molest the children, are they still talking for God? I'm just wondering, Irish devil. I'm just wondering.
What?
Where's G-Man at his home? I don't give a fuck. Where do you think he's at? G-Man's up my ass 24/7. That's where he is. He's up my ass. G-Man ass troll.
Ew. Maybe that's why he hasn't posted a video in a while? Because he's stuck up in Shanny's folds? Oh, God. That just gave me shivers. That's disgusting.
Hey, where's this person? Don't you know this person? Hey, what do you think about this person? Hey, what do you think about this person? Hey, can I talk about someone behind your back? Hey, what do you think about this? Hey, I don't really like that person very much. I think we should torture them to death. Yeah,
what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's what we'll go. Yeah, we're gonna torture them because we got it, man. We got it, man. We got a whole bunch of people, and we're just so cool, man. Yeah, we are. Sorry, I answered for you guys.
She's losing
You're
it,
an
man.
anointed minister of the Universal Life Church. Who fucking cares? I don't see you preaching Jesus. The fuck are you? How's the mind and business situation going for you, Angel? A circle jerk station, exactly. Let's just go around and we'll just say.
She sounds as if Ursula and a minion had a baby. Oh my god, yes, that's exactly what that sound is. She's a... Oh god, I need to find somebody that can draw an image of that mashup. That would be fucking amazing.
Hey, we're just gonna be like, hey, do you like her? Well, I kind of like her. No, you shouldn't like her. Okay, I won't like her. I won't. Okay, I don't want to be doxxed, man. I don't want you guys to hate me for liking someone, man. Do you really want to be with friends with people who tell you who you should like and who you shouldn't like? That's just dumb.
Yeah, no, I don't put up with that shit either. If you're going to tell me who I can and can't watch or who I can and can't interact with, then we can't be friends. Sorry.
That's dumb. That's called slavery. That's called being in a fucking cult. Cults do that. Cults isolate you from people and diminish people's characters because they don't want you to be with them. That's what cults do.
You know who else does that, Shanny? People who abuse their spouses. I wonder who that sounds like.
I mean, I'm just one fucking human being all by her little lonesome self. I don't have a legion of fucking morons to follow me and defend my ass. I just do my own fucking perky ass self. Because you know what? I realize I don't need anyone but me. Yeah. I don't need anyone but me.
I don't need anyone but me as your partner is sitting across from you in the room. And you're most likely in the room with your children. Wow. Can we say self-absorbed?
A lot stronger than you.
The only reason why you're in the situation that you're in right now and you actually have a roof over your head is because your husband was lucky enough to be born with a silver spoon in his face so that he had a house to go to when y'all couldn't pay your bills and got kicked out. So I think you should be very thankful to the man that you beat up and you allow to, abuse your children. But to sit there and say, well, I just need myself. If it was just up to you, you'd fucking be on the streets. And it seems like every time you get into trouble here, Shanny, you're running to other people for assistance. So I don't think you can handle anything on your own because you're just a lazy ass that wants to sit on your couch and smoke shit all day.
You people who need all your groups of people to help defend you because you did something fucking assholey, so you got to have other people do assholey things for you.
This is Classic Shanny behavior. Make accusations without
Hey,
proof. Yep,
Aristotle,
absolutely.
I don't give a fuck who you're preaching to and who you're not preaching to. Why the fuck are you telling me your life story? Are you trying to tell me you're better than me in your own fucking way? Because you're not. You're just a piece of shit like me. And everyone else in this world
Okay,
is just
Kat.
a piece of fucking shit. In fact, Jesus said, you call me good, no one is good. And then he equated us to menstrual rags.
To what?
Menstrual rags. That's what we are. That's what we are, menstrual rags. Pieces of cloth that's meant to hold back blood from being spilled out.
Oh, because she throws the G. Menstrual. Ew, gross, Shanny. Why are you talking about this stuff?
Upon mankind, but sometimes that cloth is absolutely covered in other people's blood, or well, yourself, your own blood. I guess.
I'd like to sue Shanny and Ref for the emotional damage.
You know what I mean?
Oh
And
my
then you have to
God,
pretend there's
yes.
cloth within that too. Within the
Oh
menstrual rag.
God, Kimmy, I made the mistake of doing a Google search, and I was like, oh, well, maybe if I click on this link, it'll take me to somewhere where I can see it if I really want to see it. And I clicked on it, and I just got a face full of Rev and Shanny, and I was like, oh God, I am scarred for life. No, please, no. Please, just, I wanted to dig my eyes out with a spoon.
Rag. You can get infection sometimes because it said menstrual rag. I mean, yeah, he's right about us being equivalent to menstrual rags. We really are fucking shit humans. We all fuck each other over. Let's just be honest. We all do it. Please get help. I'm a recovering addict. I'm not a drug addict, dumb bitch.
We all know that you're a drug addict. That's where your teeth went, lady. I mean, it's quite obvious. That's the funny thing is that they don't know how to hide their addiction. So people that are familiar with seeing it, yeah, we know. We can tell. You can deny it all you want, but we can see it. We can see it in the way Rev behaves. We can see it in the way that you behave. I mean, when you come on camera and you're fucking high as a kite, yeah, we know. We know very well. And the reason why we know, Shanny, is because you share it all.
Fuck off my channel, stupid.
Rev's baby carrot became my sleep
never taken
paralysis
drugs.
demon.
I've only
Oh
smoked
God,
weed,
I'm so
moron.
sorry, Kimmy. I feel for
Fucking
you.
liar. Why you always lying? All you people lying. Always fucking lying. All you people lying. You.
Oh God, why does she have to sing? Please tell me, why does she have to sing? I don't know. Ugh.
Hear a rumor and you go for it. You're all just brainwashed.
Folks, can you say squirt? Ew!
Would you please kiss my fucking ass for reciting scripture for you, bitch?
No, I don't want to kiss your ass because it's too big. I don't want to get hurt.
How about you go use scripture as another weapon to someone else, man? I'm not going to use scripture as a fucking weapon against anyone, man. You remember when Peter cut off the centurion's ear, dude? Jesus said, those who live by the sword die by the sword. He rebuked Peter for cutting off that centurion's ear. You know why he rebuked him? Because he can't hear out of that ear. So Jesus was like, no, you're healed. Your hearing is healed. I'm sorry he hurt you. I'm sorry he placed vengeance on you like that. That was not cool, man. I'm the only one who does vengeance. And you know how Jesus does vengeance? He dies for every single one of us and our fucking putrid sins. Thank you, Jesus, for taking my putrid sins and taking the heat for it. You are a
Your
motherfucking
putrid
God.
sins. How an appropriate description is that? Because everything about you, Shanny, is putrid.
You are awesome. Shannon, you're cussing. Yeah, I have the spirit of Elijah. He did too. You're gonna deny that? You're gonna
That
deny
was her responding
Elijah,
to me.
why man he was. we
You're famous, Kimmy.
the mantle of Elijah is a very offensive being. Elijah is a very interesting being.
That's where I asked
no
her
man
to
said you
recite
don't
1
have
Timothy.
to.
Ah, okay.
Stop.
Actually, I'm curious.
deserve it.
I want to see what that is. 1 Timothy. Let's see. 1 Timothy 5:8. Let's see. Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, especially their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than a Ooh, Kimmy, that's good. Nice. And how fitting to the situation. I like it.
I hate to tell you this, Irish devil, but what you just said is bullshit. It's not how it happens.
I
Please
didn't
stop,
see what Irish
Mixing
devil
Nordic
said, so.
mythology with Christianity. It just does not work. Swearing is kind of something man says is bad, not God. Exactly. Don't say shit. Shut up. Shit ain't against God. Yep.
All right. I think she's just reading comments here. So I'm going to cut it short here for now because I have been streaming now for almost an hour and a half, and I do have things that I got to get done. But you guys are all freaking amazing. I love you. Thank you for coming out. And a big shout out to Frank for posting about my video and my stream today. I have had the most viewers on this live stream that I've ever had in my entire life. So thank you so much. You guys are all amazing. And if you have not already subscribed to Frank, the link to his channel is down below, as well as XX, who provides all of these wonderful archive videos for us to watch and enjoy. But I love all of you guys. I will be back soon because we're going to do some more. She's got lots of material out there that I want to watch and catch up on. So, but you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all, each and every single one of you. All right. Bye, guys.